Hi, welcome to my channel, Pretty Chocolate Trina. I'm Trina, and this is Breastfeeding 101. In this series, we're going to talk about my journey on breastfeeding. All right, so let's get right into it. So, I have my notes, like in the other videos, and I'm going to reference them through this one. So, first off, I have 4 children. I breastfed all 4, and I'm currently pregnant with my 5th child. Now, that being said, breastfeeding starting off for me was not a walk in the park. It was hard, it was terrible, and there was a lot of tears shed, okay? All right. um, Being in the hospital was a different story than being at home. In the hospital, I had my lactation nurse who helped me get the baby in the right position that would work for both of us so that she could latch on. And she was a natural latching on. She squirmed on down and found the nipple and started sucking like nothing. So she was a natural. But when we got home, it was a total different ball game. Let me tell you, it was very frustrating. I remember crying and telling my husband, I don't think I can do this. My daughter, what would happen is we wouldn't be able to get in a good rhythm. Like, if she wasn't in a comfortable position and the milk didn't come out fast enough for her, oh my God, she would just go crying. And this girl would cry even when the milk finally came in. Okay? She wouldn't nurse until she was done crying, and then she would nurse. But by that time, there's milk squirting everywhere, okay? All over her, all over me. And I'm frustrated. I'm a mess at this point, and we're both agitated. And that's not a good way to breastfeed when you're both agitated. You want to breastfeed when you're both calm. But in the beginning, it was not like that. Over time, over the next couple of weeks, she would learn that she needed to calm down and wait for the milk to come out. And I would learn that I need to try to somehow get this milk stuff going, started, so that she could calm down. But my body knew what it was doing, and in time, I'm sorry, my milk would let out as soon as she would start sucking. So you have to be patient with your body, and let your body guide you and the baby for the natural thing that's supposed to happen. She was just very aggressive. Almost all of my babies were aggressive nursing. I shouldn't say almost all of them. All of them were aggressive nursing, okay? They all were. They all loved the tit. All right? Um, Now, I want to address sore, painful breasts and cracked nipples. All right. So, I read about it. I got the little pamphlet at the hospital. I read about it, but it's a total different thing than feeling it. Oh my gosh. Feeling your breasts when they are sore and engorged and full of milk is really painful. Now, what you need to do is you need to express that milk, get that milk out, whether you're feeding the baby or if you've already fed the baby. And it might not be another time for their feeding or they might not be hungry. You always want to check to see if the baby is hungry. If your breasts are full and you're feeling engorged, first check to see if the baby is hungry, if the baby wants to latch on. Now, if the baby doesn't want to latch on because they're full, then you need to express the milk either with your hand or with a pump, a breast pump. That will become your best friend. Okay? My next point is the cracked nipples. Put some Vaseline on those cracked nipples. You don't have to have some special nipple ointment. If you do get some of that, that's fine. Ask for it in your, what do you call those things? in your wish list, your registry for your baby shower, ask for some of that for your nipples. But if you don't get none of that, get some Vaseline or some lip balm, some chapstick that you already got. Rub it in your hands, rub it on your nipples, and that will help periodically through the day. Because your baby's constantly on your nipples, so they're going to get dried out. All right. Now, the next point is if your breasts are on fire because you have a blocked duct. A blocked milk duct is just horrible. Okay? I experienced it a few times. It's horrible. Your breasts will feel full and on fire and just hot, and you're like, oh my gosh. You need to put a warm towel on it. That's what they recommend. Put a warm towel on it, or like I did, get in a warm shower and try to express as much milk as you can. And examine your nipple. Make sure you look to see what parts are spraying out and what parts aren't. You have to get to know your tits, okay? Don't be afraid to get to know your breasts, your nipples, because you need to know what's going on with them. So, look at them, see which ones are spraying, which ones are not. And if you can't tell, you might not be able to tell, your first go round. Just massage the nipple, gently massage the nipple while it's running under the warm water. I'm tongue tied today. Running under the warm water. Can you say that fast? Running under the warm water. Anyways, massage them and try to express as much milk as you can out of them. And hopefully that unclogs your nipple. Now, if your breasts still feel like they're on fire after you've expressed all the milk and rubbed your nipples and tried to unblock your ducts, you can put a cold towel on your breast or a cold compress pack. That'll be good. All right. Now, leaky tits. Let me tell you about those. Your tits are going to leak, okay? They're going to leak without you wanting them to leak. They're going to leak in the worst possible scenarios. Oh my gosh. Yes. In front of people, they're going to leak. Even if you have a nipple pad thing on, they're going to leak. Matter of fact, ask for nipple covers, like nipple pads on your registry for your baby shower. Ask for those because they are lifesavers sometimes. Not so much when you have like really full breasts and you express a lot of milk when you leak. But for the ones that don't, or you can change them out frequently, or you can get reusable ones. I used both. Reusable ones were good, you wash them by hand, or you can throw them in the washing machine. I usually wash them by hand and lay them out to dry. And then while they were drying, used the disposable ones. So to each its own. But you want those because you're going to leak, randomly leak. When your baby's crying, you're going to leak. When you look at your baby, you're going to leak. When anything baby, you're going to leak. Okay? Somebody else's baby, you're going to leak. It's just going to happen. Okay? It's just randomly going to happen. You'll feel like you have leaky tits all over the place. All right? All the time. Just leaking everywhere. Okay. So, one other thing I wanted to discuss was that breastfeeding gets easier over time. Now, like I told you, it was not a walk in the park when I started with my first daughter. I have three girls and a boy, and I'm pregnant with another one that I hope is a boy, but I'm not going to find out to the end. Okay? All right. But anyways, it gets easier over time. It took time for me. It took at least a year for me to get comfortable. Well, yeah, with the first one, it took me some time to get comfortable with her. I didn't get fully comfortable until the end of my second one. That's when I got pretty comfortable. But by the time I got to my fourth one, you can't tell me nothing, okay? I feel like a pro at this. Yes. Yes. So that's why I'm talking to you about it. because, I want you to feel like a pro at this. It's not going to be easy for a lot of people the first time. And then again, it might be easy for you the first time. If it was, leave a comment below and encourage those that, comes easy to. But for me, it wasn't. And if it's not for you, don't be discouraged. Just keep going. No matter how painful, no matter how much you don't think you're making a difference, you are. You can do this, okay? So the next baby, you'll try again. And the next baby, and you'll become a pro after that. And you'll encourage others and you'll help other mothers out there with breastfeeding. The ones that feel like they can't do it, you can be the one that stand in and say, yes, you can do this. Listen to my journey. Listen to someone else's journey that I heard of. Maybe it doesn't come easy. Maybe it does. But the key to keeping on is having good support system with you. Whether it's from your lactation nurse, make sure you call her if you feel discouraged while you're breastfeeding. She can keep you encouraged. She can try to give you some tips, even if they're not working. Just hearing someone tell you to keep going might be encouragement enough. It could be from your spouse. It could be from other nursing mothers. Or if you don't have any of that, it could be from me. I can tell you that you can make it. You can make it through this and you can get her done. All right? Or him done. Anyways, you can do it. And then when you make it through, you will encourage others. And that's the whole point of this series, to keep people encouraged to try breastfeeding or to keep going or to try again. All right? Click that subscribe button if you enjoyed the video and if you want to encourage others and if you want others to be encouraged by this video. Click the subscribe button, share this video with anyone that you like, anyone you think that needs some encouragement, or anyone that you think might want some info on breastfeeding. All right, if you haven't checked out my other series, I have Breastfeeding 101, Benefits for Babies, and then the Benefits for Mom. So go check those videos out. Until next time, bye.